Hi there, welcome back. Piet and Grade here from the Purple House in Forth. And today we're just going to share some stuff with you that you've never heard of before. So perhaps you might be wondering, I've lived healthy for so long, I exercise, I rest well, I have a good diet, I take my supplements, and why do I still feel like puffy on the inside, or I wake up sometimes exhausted and like things aren't really clicking the way they should, like it's not giving me the results that I deserve. And I'm just wondering if you've ever felt like that. And then sometimes we do see clients like that, and they come to us and they feel like, well, perhaps I'm a lost cause. But anyway, we're here to tell you not lost cause, and some of the things that it could be to do with. So
one guy I had come to me, he had a 9-year history of really bad digestive issues, explosive diarrhea that he didn't know when it was going to happen. He'd been everywhere, to specialist after specialist. They'd try him on something, it'd work for a little while, and then it'd be back again. He came to me, someone suggested he come to me, and 3 weeks later, after starting a plan I'd put together for him, he said, I think I'm cured.
Yeah.
Now, I got a lot of this information through learning the hard way, because
yeah, I thought you were talking about yourself.
my first years of life were
harrowing.
Well, I almost died because I couldn't tolerate milk, or goat's milk, cow's milk, and no one could tell my mum those days what to feed an infant after being weaned from the breast, and she just brought me up on dates and bananas, and I survived. And I had other food intolerances in my teens, and they kind of dictated my life a little bit because I didn't know what was going to agree with me or not. And mid-30s, a vet introduced me to enzymes, and it turned my life around. I could eat anything. It was just...
They were animal enzymes.
Well, he used them to treat animals with, and he suggested I try some, and they were the best things I'd ever taken. And
best thing for a marriage.
My digestive issues affected my moods and everything. I wasn't very resilient. I was pretty touchy at times, and my
lips are sealed.
That turned around as well. My mental health improved out of sight as well. So
it's like the real Piet was able to appear.
Yeah, it affects all our life if one area is not working properly. Especially
if you're lacking enzymes. But we've talked about enzymes before. It's a little bit outside the scope of this talk. So, and then... So
we went to... I was
just going to say, Piet did really well on that, but then I had a big accident where I got hit by a truck. So I was 44, Piet was 48. So we're talking about 12 years after that. So we've already been taking enzymes. But then, as part of my recovery from the truck accident, as soon as I could fly, we flew to Chicago, where we learned the ins and outs of healing your body at the cellular level. And this was actually 3 years after the accident, because my body had recovered as well as it could. But of course, I was feeling perhaps like how you do today. Some things are not taking over. There are still some glitches in the system. We were eating healthy and doing everything right. And so we went to Chicago to study the biomedics. So we looked and we bought microscopes home. You can see that. This was in 2009, so it's already nearly 20 years ago. And so we had to discover what was going wrong with us. And funny enough, this proved that not one size fits all, because Piet and I have been together for so many years already. We
ate the same diets,
but our metabolisms were the complete opposite. So what worked well for Piet actually didn't work well for me, and so that's what we discovered. So Piet, he's been doing the full health audits, we call them now. We used to call it biomedic sessions, since the year 2009. That's when Piet also discovered other things to boost his digestion that actually never worked, because Piet was born, you could say, with a broken digestion, right? And so now you are actually stronger and better than ever. So Pete's 67, and every year when Peter goes back for eye tests, his eyes are improving. So his glasses, you might get to a point where you don't need glasses anymore.
Hopefully.
So it's like, yes, our bodies are amazing. It can completely do better all the time because it has the blueprint for perfect health. And so every 48 hours we have new eyeballs. Every 6 weeks we have a new liver. Every 3 months you have new red blood cells. Every month you have new white blood cells. So the body is always healing itself. And you know that because when you cut your finger, it's already healed over the next day, right? So we just take a lot of that for granted. So we're here to tell you, yeah, and then I'll let Peter talk for a while. Because I do feel so passionate about it.
Well, when we went to Chicago to learn this, we found out Grata's cell membranes weren't permeable enough. Mine were too permeable.
Mine were too closed.
I could have breakfast and go to Hobart and come back to Campbelltown and think I needed something more to eat, whereas Grata was
oh my God,
shouting at me after we went past the first coffee shop.
Of course I would be shaking. I would be so hungry.
We're totally different, and everyone's got their individuality.
And even that was enough to put a strain on the marriage. Because Pete used to think, why am I so hungry all the time? Stop being a drama queen. When my insides were quaking because I would have low blood sugar so easily, right? So
low energy levels.
So there's all sorts of things that Peter, when he looks under the bonnet of your car, which is your really, he can see exactly what's ticking over well and what's not working at all.
And I give you a very comprehensive questionnaire to fill out, and that opens the eyes of a lot of people because they haven't really thought about or been aware of what their system, how their system works.
Also, you look at your own life blood with Peter. So I have a microscope there, so it looks like that. He only takes one little drop or a few little drops, and you get to see your entire biochemistry on the screen, which is fascinating. Like it's just, you get so much respect for your body. You see the inside of your body in action. And personally, I also believe that the subconscious mind, when it sees its own blood, it goes, oh, hang on a minute, I wasn't aware that I have an allergic reaction to this or that. And so the subconscious mind actually wakes up as well. Your subconscious mind is your immune system, right?
And sometimes we pick up images in the live blood that appear on the slide after it hits the slide that's trying to tell you something.
About you. Like one time I saw a spine and a pelvic area appear on the screen, and it just looked like an x-ray. And I asked my client, oh, does that look familiar? And she goes, yes, it looks like my back and it's hurting. Right, so, and you can tell if you're in recovery from something. By the way, in today's world, everyone is recovering from something, don't get me wrong. All right, so if you're dehydrated, we can certainly see that in your blood as well. So it's just super interesting. Now, Pete and I, we also quickly want to touch on parasites. So parasites are a hidden stress. We're talking about worms. People don't know what parasites means.
Things that live off what we're meant to be getting, and then they pass their waste out into us, and then our liver and kidneys have to get rid of that waste. So it puts a real strain on our system. They're toxic to us. Yeah.
People become allergic to the excretion of the worms as well. So then you can get like itchy skin.
Yeah, skin rashes.
Skin rashes are very common. You always have to suspect any kind of skin rash that you have worm or parasite stress in your body. So the World Health Organization estimates that 3.5 billion people has worms or parasites. But I reckon those numbers are old, because since the year 2020, Peter and I, we never see enough. We basically don't see a person that doesn't have worms.
We had a client recently that was told by the medical profession that we only get 2 types of worms in Tasmania.
Yeah, but that's not true.
Which is totally false now, because of all the travel.
Yeah.
In every country, we're bringing them back all the time. People are bringing them back.
I guess you could say we're living in a global village now. Hey? So like, all right. I had a client a while ago, and she had severe chronic headaches so bad that the only thing that helped would be to stick her head in a bucket of cold water or to put her head on the cold cement outside. So her headaches were just absolutely debilitating. But once we cleared parasites from her system, her headaches were completely gone. Anyway, I can tell you lots of stories about worms. So we recommend that you do get this is a homeopathic worming cleanse, so that's easy to take. That stimulates your body to get rid of worms and parasites and not to be lazy, because sometimes the immune system just goes, oh well, it's all a bit too hard. Like, right, I can live happily with worms, so I'm not going to do anything about it. So that's when you need the homeopathic drops. And then we also have really good herbal worm mixture that's called, what is it called?
Paraphyte. It's made from wormwood, black walnut and clove.
That's right.
The clove actually penetrates the eggs and kills the eggs.
Mm-hmm. And every 3 weeks, I think most worms have a life cycle of 3 weeks, right? So we recommend that you keep doing it for at least 6 weeks.
And you might ask, how do I get parasites? Well, if you're running on stress mode, if you're a bit stressed, you don't produce hydrochloric acid in the stomach at mealtime, and you'll probably swallow something that's got a little egg or something alive still on it, and that hydrochloric acid is meant to be that strong that it kills everything on your food that you swallow, and if you are stressed, you don't produce it, so that goes through and takes up residence.
Actually, most people wouldn't produce enough hydrochloric acid now, would you?
Not really, because we live in a stressful lifetime, in a time when stress is prevalent. Yeah.
Can you read it? It's called beta-NaCl. It's made from beets. It's not expensive at all. It's like $43, $42, 240 capsules.
The HCl part is the hydrochloric acid, hydrochloride.
Yeah. So you can take that every meal and don't drink water with your meal either. So you just chew a mouthful, swallow a beta-NaCl, and that helps to get the fires going. And after a while, most people will find that their own hydrochloric acid levels will start building up, right? Not some people might need to take it for the rest of their lives, but some people will find, all right, now my fire is nice and strong now, and you can keep living without adding that to it.
Depending, again, whether you're anabolic or catabolic, anabolic people don't produce hydrochloric acid. Right.
I have to pretty much take that all my life, and I'm happy to take it, because also that helps me digest my food. That means I don't get osteoporosis and other things that are all to do with lack of nutrients.
And some people say they've got low hemoglobin, low iron levels. Why do you get low iron levels? You only get low iron levels if you bleed too much. Or if you bleed, that's the only way you lose iron. So women with heavy periods, yes, they may get low iron levels, but we've had fellas in with low iron levels and they haven't bled, they haven't been in a fight. And so their body isn't... So
they're lacking, what you say is they're lacking hydrochloric acid.
Because they're not getting it out of the food. They're not breaking the food down properly.
And then they most likely have worms as well.
Yeah.
They say everyone with pets has worms, but I've also heard people say, like experts, they say, but we actually give our pets the worms, not so much the other way around. So whichever way you look at it, break the cycle, do yourself a favor, eradicate worms from your system. Like back in the days, people used to take castor oil as well, like once a week, a castor oil tablespoon, but which is good, it cleans out your bowels, but it probably doesn't really do the trick anymore.
My mum used to send one of us kids out and we had to pick a big bunch of wormwood that she'd boil up, and we'd have to have a drink of bitter wormwood.
That's good, isn't it? So
every
how do you know if you have worms? I'll just quickly read. So itchy skin, we already told you that. Itchy bottom, itchy nose, itchy everywhere. Brain fog is a big one, so just that you can't think clearly because your brain feels like it's all misty in there, cloudy. Unexplained fatigue, hormonal swings, moodiness, anxiety, teeth grinding. Teeth grinding is a classic, especially children or adults, of course, but if you have a child and they grind their teeth, it's most likely worms, nightmares, weight loss or weight gain, pretty much everything. Unexpected cravings, because the thing with worms is then you also get candida and you have heavy metal toxicity. They're like triplets, they love to go hand in hand, and it's a really big burden on your immune system to clear that.
Plus, if you don't have a good functioning liver, if the liver's not getting rid of the waste properly, then that waste stays circulating around the body and
gets recycled.
Yeah, well, it's not a very good environment for your cells to be living in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that sounds a little bit catastrophic and depressing, but like I said before, your body is amazingly intelligent. It knows what to do, especially if you give it the right ingredients or nutrients, I should say, and you give it a bit of a helping hand. Also, when you come for a healing session, we can clear the parasite load from your body by using energy medicine. So that means your body, it's like the slate is wiped clean, and then your body can literally fight whatever is going on, right? So that's also really, really good. Peter and I do that with each other as well.
Takes the stress out of the body around whatever.
I do that with my children and grandchildren. Of course, all my clients, everyone who comes to me gets a complete reset every single time. I will test them for everything, including parasites, candida, heavy metals, everything, so that so you feel so much better by the time you finish. So all that training, by the way, can be learned. So in a couple of weeks I'm training a wonderful group of people for a whole week, but the class is full, and so it was so popular I want to do another class in March next year. So just keep that in mind. On the 1st of March for 7 days, people come here, they're completely immersed, and I teach them everything that I know. So that's really important as well, I feel. All this stuff is so important because ignorance isn't bliss, you know that, hey? Ignorance is pain and suffering, and you're not the only one that's suffering. If you suffer, everyone around you suffers too. If you're happy and your cup is filling and it's not leaking somewhere, you become the lighthouse in your community, right? And you can help other people improve their life. And a lot of the stuff that Peter and I do, it's not hard, but you do need to know, have the knowledge and the steps.
Plus, if you shift the things out of your life, you're actually shifting them from your children's life.
That's true. And your grandchildren.
And your grandchildren.
Because they're all part of you, and it works energetically as well. But you need to be the most important person in your life, like your life. You need to be the priority for you. So thank you for listening. Hope you find it interesting. Let us know if you've got any questions. You can reply to the email or send us a personal message. Of course, talk to our friendly team. So our reception desk is, Ashley is here 3 days a week, and we can talk to you on Saturday. Also, come and enjoy the Purple House Kitchen, where we have delicious food. We only use healthy oils and healthy salt. We don't use a microwave or anything. It's all geared towards health. It's beautiful here too. You can walk around and go for a walk through the forest and the river. So if you want a lovely outing, just come and enjoy the property and the cafe on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Thank you everyone. Have a wonderful week.
Have a good week.
Bye for now.